Jordan. Welcome to Cocktails with the Queens. I am back with my girls, Vivica A. Fox.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Lisa Ray.
I'm here. What's happening? How are you? Hey, everybody.
Okay. Selena Johnson. What's up, girl?
Hey, girl. Hey, what's poppin'?
Hey, we're here to dish about everything that's trending on social media and in the news, of course. And later on the show, we're catching up with the star of NBC's American Auto, Ty White. So we got a fun-filled show tonight, and it's always a pleasure. And I'm always looking forward to being with my girls. How y'all doing tonight? How's y'all's weekend?
Oh my gosh, so fabulous. But I just want to take a moment. Sorry, I got to jump in here. But we wanted to honor our hostess with the mostest, Miss Claudia Jordan, who had a fabulous birthday this past weekend. Okay, y'all. And you know, Claudia, we all wish we could have been there with you in Aruba, like you all were there for me in Jamaica, but everybody was working. But I was following you on the Instagram, and you was in Aruba cutting up, Hunty. Body looking tight. Yes. Everybody.
Okay, come through.
It's 50, honey. So let's take a look at some of these pictures. Look at here. Look at
you better be flat.
Okay, body, booty, and chest.
Hi, Claudia.
Girl, you look so beautiful.
One. This is the big 5-0. So this celebration is like, that's one of those milestones that you celebrate. So welcome to the club, girl.
I told her, welcome to the official Grown Woman's Club. Okay?
Yes. I mean, I know it's like, okay, it's just another day, but it's really not. Like, I definitely, like they say at 40, you come into your own. At 50, like you really be letting folks know like what you ain't about to put up with. I already done started. They be like, damn, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm 50 now. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not gonna work anymore.
50 and fabulous. And our girl Selena put out a little special request because you know your girl V usually is quite the wino with the drink. But Selena, what did you want the girls to show up with tonight in salute of our birthday girls?
Miss Vivica, I in the vein and ghetto alignment with Miss Claudia Jordan, I would be remiss if I didn't. Okay, I got my little tea, and I said, you know what? I got to give it some Claudia. Okay, so I had to go get my old school hotel bar liquor. Okay, that I had from 1972, and this is Long Island iced tea of some sort. It's real generic. I got it from somewhere. I ain't had Long Island iced tea since I was in college. I mean, that's how old it is. So I don't even think I get the top off. That's how old it is.
No. You know what we should have did? Okay. We should have put it in a good old red cup.
That's what I only had blue ones, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. I got to get the red. So I said,
that's Claudia for real. The red cup.
I'm a simple girl.
Wait a minute, y'all. I went down to the bar. Selena, I was like, Selena, you know I always drink wine. She said, well, take your butt on down to the bar and get a hoodie drink. So I got the Long Island iced tea too.
Long Island iced tea, baby.
Baby.
Are y'all implying that I'm ghetto? I'm ratchet?
No, just ghetto fabulous.
Okay. You're just vintage. That's all. That's all it is. It's street vintage. It's street vintage. It's like
we just wanted to salute you tonight to just let you know how much we love you, how much we adore you. Welcome to the official Grown Women's Club. And let's get ghetto fabulous tonight.
There we go. Go out a little looking for the homies over here. Pop house.
Thank you, ladies. We gotta do it in person though, and I'm gonna bring some Fireball for all of us.
See, I started to get some Fireball too. I started to get some. Now, what is that you drinking, Claudia? Because that looked like something that you got out your kitchen.
It tastes like the candy Red Hots. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so I'm drinking. I'm boring tonight. It's not even alcohol. It's a prebiotic. I'm trying to get my body, because after the trip I drank so much and my stomach's all
trying to get it together.
I'm trying to bring it on back down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But thank you.
Yeah, because you can't mess it up. Because honey, that dress I saw you in a couple of weeks ago, that black dress with the bronze.
Black dress.
I was like, come through, my co-star. Come on with it.
That was the Ivy showroom in Atlanta. You can like borrow stuff for appearances, and they have amazing
Is that
Piscani
Marlo's place?
owner, honey.
I know them. I bought a jacket. They do a lot of pop-up stores too.
Yeah, I've been there. That's not Marlo's place, so that's another one. But I think I've been to
No,
this.
I'm gonna tell you, the owner of this fabulous place, the Ivy Room, her name is Fiscani, and she's a
Yes.
bad sister. You know, she's
Yes.
done
I think I've been
movies
there before.
everywhere, worked with everybody. She's done videos, she's done movies, she's done TV.
Yes.
Fabulous
I know.
girl, really is. Yeah,
Yeah.
dark,
I was gonna
lovely,
do some
short
Fendi
hair,
boots in that
honey,
one time.
picking all the right places. Yep, that's my
Well,
girl.
Queens, thank you for drinking the vintage hood liquor in my honor. Vivica, I know you are used to drinking a high-end drink, and Lisa Ray, I know you used to drinking tea, and Selena be on her fitness journey. So for y'all to get them hotel liquors, it really
I
warms
had to
my
do
heart.
it.
Yeah.
It
We
warms
love
my
you, girl. We love you,
love-
girlfriend.
I love y'all
Good
back. Y'all are
appreciate
the
you.
sisters I didn't have growing up. So this has been lots of fun. I appreciate y'all.
Aw.
Seriously.
Oh,
Because I was the big sister to a brother and I didn't have a big sister. Well, then I found out later on my daddy was in them streets and I do have a sister somewhere, but I don't know.
Okay.
We all
Okay, Claudia. Okay, Claudia. Keep it classy. Keep
Mine
it
too.
classy.
Okay.
Come on back.
Hey, Melissa. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Melissa.
Come find me.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Let's get into some time. See, that's why I can't drink. All right, y'all. During the interview with the Sunday Times over the weekend, Morgan Freeman argued that the celebration of Black History Month is an insult. Freeman also said African American is an insult. I don't subscribe to that title. What are y'all's thoughts on his remarks? Celine, let's go to you first. What do you think about this? Selena, is she frozen?
Yeah.
She is froze with
It's
that.
a nice picture though. She's smiling.
I know she looks beautiful. She looks like a little frozen Barbie doll there, to be honest with you.
Because what do you think?
I would
Okay,
love to give my thoughts if I can.
Sure, please.
You know, as an actor and you get to a certain level of fame, please don't forget you Black. And this is just sad to me that people come up with I told y'all last week when people want to come up with their own set of rules. Yes, is it unfortunate that we only get 1 month to celebrate Black History Month? You know, how much we've contributed to a little bit of everything. We done built a whole bunch of stuff. Is it unfortunate that, we have 1 month, Black History Month? Yeah, but, we got one and we're doing amazing strides in our country with politics, with women having more power. That I just hate when people get to a certain level of fame that they then try to create their own rules, that people have sacrificed for us to have what we do have. So I just think it's unfortunate that he says that. But if that's how he identifies, that he's entitled to his decision. But I just think don't get too high and mighty that you forget where you came from and your people, and people that made sacrifices for us to get that month.
So Claudia, recite the question for me again. Tell me again, what happened?
So he thinks the term African American is disrespectful. Black History Month is disrespectful, and he doesn't like the term African American. He said he doesn't subscribe to that. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about him saying he doesn't like it?
Let's just kind of switch it up then. Let's see, because they're already trying to take Black history out of the school. They believe that it should just be history, period, and I concur. So I did see an interview that Morgan Freeman did. I've been a fan of his for a long time since, I don't know if you guys remember. Remember he was on Electric Company? You remember that show?
Yes. Everybody starts somewhere, don't they?
I know, right? And so I think he's trying to change the narrative. You know me, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. To say, no, don't let us be no white and no Black and no African American. We are all actors. Maybe that's the perspective that he was coming from. So maybe he was trying to cut that off. Don't call me that. Just call me Morgan Freeman. And he is up there enough now to be able to help change that. So I don't know. Maybe that was maybe a way to look at it.
Can I just piggyback off of that though, Lisa Ray? But he's still an African American man.
Yes.
You cannot change and make up your own identity, because I guarantee you when he fills out his driver's license, it doesn't say,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't get why everybody's coming up with their own rules of identity.
It seems like it's happening in all areas though, like with sexuality, with race, with everything. And it's like, no, nothing wants to just be what it was. Like everybody wants to change the narrative. And is that good in some regards? I guess. And in some things, I'm like, some of it's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I saw someone on television talking about they identify as
A microwave.
sea turtle. You know what I mean? Like, can I identify? Like, can I just be like, okay, I'm not African American. I'm just, I don't know. But I feel like in a time where there's an attack on Black people, and maybe there was more to the quote that we didn't get to, but at this time in history where never before, well, not never before, but as of late in the last 50, 60 years, we're really getting a lot of fighting against us. And I think now more than ever, we need to stick together and hang on to all things that identify as Black, that make us feel special as Black, because they're trying to erase it.
Did he say he don't identify with it or don't call me that?
He said, I don't subscribe to it. I don't like it.
So in other words, he doesn't identify as that.
Well,
Selena,
What I missed? What the people say now? The people said they be Black.
So Morgan Freeman says he doesn't like the idea of Black History Month, and he said he doesn't subscribe to being called African American. So, we're talking about identity, and on one hand, it's like, okay, I get it. You don't want to be just labeled as just that, but that's what you are. What do you think, Selena?
That's a fine line. I understand people wanting to fight against barriers of labels. You know what I'm saying? Like people just don't want to be labeled as stuff, especially somebody his age probably didn't, honey, he was there when they escaped in the railroad, honey. So he is probably done seen all kind of racism from epic proportions. So the trauma that he probably has experienced as a Black man, especially a Black man in Hollywood, he's probably like, don't call me African American, because if you're going to treat African Americans like this, then I'm not that. So I could see that kind of concept, but
and that's what I was with it, Selena. I was like, I can understand not to put me in a box, and he wants to change their narrative to just saying, call me an actor, period. I
can see that because like y'all say, they do treat African American actors and actresses, different than Caucasian actors and actresses and other races.
A whole nother label.
Can somebody send Morgan Freeman's 200-year-old self a telegram and maybe ask him what he would like to be identified as in lieu of African American? Because I would like to go a little deeper with that. I'd like to know, do you just want to be called a man, or is it the African part you don't like, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, on the other side of this, maybe it is we're on the other side, like in alignment with Vivica. Younger people, the generations that come after you that do identify as a Black person that's very proud of who they are, it is confusing for them to see, our legacies denounced when we're just starting to embrace it, so that is it's just tough.
Yeah.
But he's got his rights.
I'm just going to say
this is not identifying as a rabbit, because nowadays people is out here like, I'm a cat.
Yes.
I want to be a mouse. People are the fool nowadays.
Before we close this topic, I just want to say it loud. I'm Black and I'm proud. How
Me
about
too.
that?
I like being Black. It's fun.
I like being Black too.
Maybe the African American thing.
Shades and colors. I love it.
Okay.
African American thing, I can see how some people didn't like it at first, but as long as he doesn't take back the Black part and you want to start taking that part away, then I can rock with that. All right, y'all. Nick Cannon appeared on the Howard Stern show and was asked on the spot to name his 12 kids, but unfortunately he forgot to mention his 9th child, Onyx. Is this a sign that Nick Cannon should refrain from having more kids? Lisa Ray, what you think? Having 9 kids, could you just rattle off the kids and the names? He forgot them.
I mean, it happens in Africa all the time, in Jamaica as well. Jamaica has a tribe of kids, and that's what they mean to do. They mean to make sure that they have sisters and brothers that's going to take care of their parents when they get old. That is what they do. So he forgot somebody. I think that's a shame, because what he's done is he's been trying to prove that, hey, this is what I've been wanting to do. I want to have a tribe, and I spend a lot of time with my kids, each and every one of them. But if you forgot one and you was counting on all your fingers and you hadn't made it to 10 yet, and you forgot one, then there's oops, that's not those. That doesn't make that baby feel like that he's, not forgotten.
And that's the one by Lanisha Cole. She used to be a model on The Price is Right. She is a gorgeous Black woman. That's the only one that's all Black. So it's like,
Ooh.
damn, don't forget little baby Onyx and I don't know. Here's my thing. If you can't remember your kids' names, you have too many. My opinion. Vivica, what do you think?
Well, you know, sometimes my mama, it's four of us, she'd be like Angie, Sugar, Marvin, Sandy.
Right.
You know, that don't bother me. But at least she remember all four of her children. Okay, so
Look at all
that's
them
what I'm
babies.
saying. You know, you might be at the maximum amount, Nick.
Well,
Celine?
let
I
me
know
tell
my
you
mama
something.
one time, she forgot my birthday. And I was trying to figure out, was I going to be mad or not? I mean, it was like, I'm mad, no, what? You know, how do you forget that? The pain that you endured on that specific day, you know?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm agree with Vivica on that one because there's three of us, and my mama used to call us all the names that was not
Mhm.
ours. So
Yeah.
I get that, but at least she did know all three of them. That is correct. That is different from 12. However, Kitara Wyatt can name every single one of her kids.
I know that's
Honey,
right.
and she can tell you how old they are. She can tell you their birthday. She can tell you everything about each one of them. Now, that could be that she's a woman. You know, we're very, very specific. We're very in tune with our stuff, and we're perfectionists. So maybe men are just dingy in general. So
And how many
she probably
kids did
forgot.
she have?
I thought he
10,
had 12.
11, 10 or 11. Yeah, I think it's
Did he
11
forget
now.
about Morocco and the first two, the set of twins.
Well, him? Did Nick
Yeah.
forget about his twin? Correct, right? Did he say them?
Because I
Those
thought
were
he
probably
had like
first.
11 kids.
I honestly don't think he's coming from a bad place. I think
Me
Nick
neither.
is overwhelmed. I think he thought it was a good idea, and probably the reality of the day to day, it's got to be tough. Like,
Yeah.
I mess up on names all the time, and I have no kids, so
I know I'm the worst at names. I remember faces.
I am
though.
too. Me too. Me too.
I remember
And I
names.
just hate when a person comes to you and they go, remember we met 5 years ago back, and you like,
Yeah.
no.
I'll be like, yeah.
You looked at me across the crowd. We locked eyes. You don't remember that? I'm like, what? All right, y'all. Coming up next, one of the stars of NBC's American Auto, Ty White, is in the house. Stick around. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Hey, Ty.
Yes, darlings, welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. Tonight, we are joined by an amazingly talented actor who is starring in the hilariously funny sitcom American Auto on NBC. But first, let's check him out in action on season 2 of American Auto.
Well, there's something you all should know about me. I don't take no for an answer.
I actually did know that.
Hey, driver, change of plans. We're going to Morgan Stanley.
Wait, so we're all just going to ambush him at his office?
Good point. Driver, just pull over. Elliot, Sadie, come with me. Everyone else, you need to go back to the office.
You're just going to kick us out on the side of the road?
Look, guys, I know things look tough, okay? But I don't give up. So what are we gonna do?
Get that stock up.
No.
Take a Uber home?
No, that's not.
Trust ourselves and know that teamwork.
Not give up. What I literally just said, okay? What are we gonna do?
Not give up.
Give up, Catherine.
Oh, this sounds awkward. All right, what are we not gonna do?
Give up.
Now it sort of sounds like we're chanting give up.
Please welcome the very handsome and talented Ty White. Hey, Ty.
Bye.
Okay. Looking good, looking good. How you feeling tonight?
I'm good. Always tired, but I'm here. I'm good.
Why are you tired?
These kids, I got 2 daughters, 2 under 2. Well, one just turned 2. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
always,
Wait a minute. What's
like,
their names,
always
Ty?
tired.
Ty, what's their names?
Inaya and Asana.
All right. Okay.
Correct.
And how old are they? One is 2 and
I'm still annoyed. I know what you were referencing from the last segment. I'm like, look, man.
Ty, how old is the other
Hands
baby?
up on that one.
All right.
How old is
well,
your other daughter?
8 months.
8 months. Oh,
Back
okay.
to back. Okay.
All right.
And let me tell you
okay.
something. It doesn't get any better. Okay, you're never going to get really good sleep ever. Not even when they turn 18.
Yeah, that's
So
what my mom
just get
said.
used to it.
She's like, I haven't slept good since you was born. So that's
It's fine. It's fine.
But can I tell you, we appreciate that. That's daddy duties.
yeah, always. Got
Yeah.
to.
Okay, so let's get into your fabulous career that you're having. You starred in some highly rated sitcoms from American Crime Story. Oh my goodness, Greenleaf to Chicago Fire. See, I like the way your resume is unfolding.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What is it that keeps you motivated to stay in the business?
Man, I really just had a dream. I came to LA with a wish and a prayer. And people don't tend to always believe in you, and they try to talk you out of things that you believe that you think you can achieve yourself. So I came out here, and it wasn't an overnight success. Wasn't none of that over on this side. But I stuck with it, grinded it out, and I'm lucky to have some fortune and some, some universe, God, whatever you want to, think is out there. Somebody's shining down on me, thinking that I can be able to support these children.
Okay. And speaking of these cheering, okay, we didn't already touched on some of it, but tell us exactly. Well, not exactly, because there is no exact, because I'm a mother and I know all about the exacts. Look at those sugars.
Oh,
tell us, look at that sugar. Her cheeks have so much kisses. But look at those boots. Okay, let me stop. But how is it? Like, what are some of the methods or techniques that you have developed as a new father? Because you're basically a new father, because they're very, very young. In terms of balancing this fantastic career of yours and these beautiful little babies.
I'd say I'm very intentional when I went out of my career. Now going forward, I've only focused on what I went down to what cities I want to film in. So I was very intentional with this job that I got, and I filmed 5 minutes from my house. I film on Universal a lot, right around the corner from me. So being able to balance that and have a job that actually brings light into my life makes me happy to go to work. I'm happy while I'm there. I'm happy when I come home. And sometimes, you're on a show like Greenleaf, where you have to confess that you're gay, and that really brings a certain amount of energy to you, and you're tired, and you're draining, you're crying, you have the very dark, heavy material, and then you got to come home, and then you try to bring that life back into your family. And sometimes it takes away from that. So I was very intentional with the next job I wanted to go to, that I wanted to be on. I wanted to make sure that I was actually it was not heavy material. It was going there to have fun, going there to be happy and be present and not stressing myself out in terms of the material itself. So
what?
Go ahead.
So what you're saying is that you confessing that you were gay was your character on Greenleaf.
Yes. My character on Greenleaf was
okay. I want to make sure that that's clear for people.
It might not have come off right in the way I phrased it, but in terms of the material, even if you play a murderer or someone's very dark material, not to say that Greenleaf was dark material, but just saying something like that, it just weighs on my spirit too much. I need to do something that's a little lighter, a little heavier, a little easier, so I can enjoy myself.
Yeah. So now we agree that trying to balance it all can sometimes impact your mental health. So have you taken the time to focus on your mental well-being while juggling everything?
I think hopefully you might be able to hear them in the back right now. That's 1 and 2, kind of making a little noise up. But I think I just found ways to just balance it. From work to working out at the gym to family life and everything like that. I was everybody should find their mechanism to kind of balance the mental health aspect. And I spend a lot of time at the gym. So that's pretty much like my country club. So I go in there and I'm one of those guys, the old guy that just sits around and talks to everybody and don't work out. I might work out a little bit, but I'll be sitting there talking to everybody. So that's
that's people nerve in the gym. They trying to be skinny.
Yeah.
Well, Todd, let's switch gears and talk about NBC's American Auto. Now, what can you tell us about the show and your character?
Well, I played Jack. He was on the assembly line. And first and foremost, it's filmed in LA, but it's set in Detroit. So I'm from Detroit. So that was like a home run to me, being able to represent my city in a positive light. So I played Jack, who's on the assembly line. He gets hit by a car in the pilot, and he gets moved up to the C-suite so he doesn't sue. And now he's all around these very wealthy people, and he's a fish out of water. So it's kind of the eyes of the viewer, being able to see what it would be like to be in this world if you were just thrust upon it. And then you see how sometimes the people that are in charge don't really know what they're doing. So it makes it a lot of fun, a lot of fun stuff.
Did you have to audition for that, or did you get an offer?
Oh, no, definitely audition. I haven't ever been offered a role directly. So everything I've ever achieved has just been auditioning and putting myself on tape and testing and everything like that. But it's been a lot of fun. It was as very thespians yourself. It can be stressful, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And like you said that was a choice of yours because you went from doing a drama with Greenleaf to now doing a comedy. What's that transitions like? Because it sounded to me like you did it for your mental stability and because you have two beautiful young daughters at home, that choosing comedy was a choice for you this time?
Yeah, I sought out material that was a little lighter. So I sought out things like, and it's not just to say, because Greenleaf was a blessing. Like I loved it. Everybody on the cast, some of those are still my closest friends. Like I hung out with Lamont Rucker. If anybody know, I hung out with him last weekend. We were at the game. So we're like really still tight. They're the family and everything. I just wanted material that was a little easier, a little more. When I come home, I'm not mentally, emotionally drained. And those that aren't actors might not be. You bring your work home in some capacity.
It sticks with you, especially when you've had heavy scenes. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from it. Like I found myself walking in the house, still saying the lines and reevaluating, what I could have done, what I didn't do, what I, what I mean? Exactly. That's dope. So what can fans expect from you next?
Just continue. Well, I've been writing a lot, writing and trying to produce and get some of myself, me and my writing partners projects off the ground. But it is a tedious process, and hopefully we turn the corner on that in the next couple of weeks, because we got a couple of meetings where things should be looking upwards very soon.
Do you mind if I ask you what kind of projects, comedy or drama?
Oh, you know the comedy.
You like comedy?
Yeah, writing comedy.
Lisa Ray wanted to ask you something real quick.
Yeah, I was going to ask that same question, because I do know how it is to come home and you're just overanalyzing what you did. And so I say to you, good for you that you actually identify with, hey, this is a little more heavier than what I want to come home and have. I don't want to be exhausted. I don't want to be heavy. I got my new babies. They need to be able to see me up, and so because life is going to beat you up anyway. So bravo for you, making a choice and sticking to it. Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
And I'm going to say this in closing. Ty, it looks like when you go to the gym, you working out.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hang around there a little bit. I might do a
I know that's right. But we want to thank you so much for being on Cocktails with Queens, and know that we wish you tons of success on your show and on your writing, all of that good stuff. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. And kiss them little girls for us. Kiss them cheeks. All right, coming up next is Queendom. And later in the show, Monique is putting the independent woman mindset to rest. Let's see what she's talking about. Stay right there.
Welcome back, soulmates. Everyone, we've reached the part of our show where we talk about our relationships, the challenges we have faced in our lives, and how we overcame them. Welcome to our Queendom. All right, ladies, tonight's topic will focus on Black women who are confidently embracing their soft life energy in 2023. Now, Black women are known for holding it down as the foundation of various elements in life, but we are now finding ways to put ourselves first and release the pressures of society's expectations. Now, according to the Black Enterprise, a sociology graduate student at UCLA, Shamar Drummond, stated, what they're trying to do with that narrative is opt into femininity that is generally reserved for white women. Black women historically have not been able to get access to this version of womanhood because of slavery. All right, y'all. What are your thoughts on Black women finally embracing their soft life? Vivica?
This one's difficult for me because I've always been a type A personality ever since, watching my mother worked 2 jobs, raised 4 kids, even though had a wonderful relationship with my father. I'm such a daddy's girl. Yes, I love that everyone's like, I want to be softer. I don't want to feel like I have to work so hard. I don't want to feel like I have to be so career driven. It's difficult for me because I'm such a workaholic. So, to those that I say to each his own. I really don't. I really do. I don't try to judge. I just want to make sure that we don't take away women being driven. Like, I love seeing these young ladies becoming lawyers and judges and everything that they can be, vice president of the United States. But if you're like, hey, I'm cool doing me over here, do you? I'm not here to judge.
I think to piggyback off of that, I feel the exact same way because we are ambitious type of women. you know, and we have fallen into a business that no one can give it to us. At least we have to show up. That's us on that screen. That's us singing. That's us dancing. That's us acting. That's us hosting. That's, you know, nobody can give that to you. You have to be able to use your platform. However, I liked you know, something to be said about the old school women that stood behind their husbands, you know what I mean, and their fathers, and their, you know, being able to allow them to work and be able to bring it back home where they're the king, they're the leader, and she is, you know, taking care of the home front and the kids or whatever, and them together makes that family. I like that, but you know, it also comes on the bandwagon of, you know, all the men are saying, you know, why you got to be so hard, and why you got to be so strong, and why you got to be so independent. And I think that's only because we've had to be, you know what I mean? And so when you've had to be, you can, but don't get it misconstrued that we don't know how to be soft, that we don't want you to take the lead, because absolutely we do. For me, I'd like to find the balance of both. I'd like to be soft, and I'd like to relinquish wearing the pants to you, so then I can put my skirt on. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind being in the kitchen. I don't mind waiting no kids coming. I don't mind being the grandmama and going to the park or whatever. I don't mind doing that. But it also means respect for what each other brings to the table. As long as that doesn't go anywhere, I'm okay with being soft too.
That's right. Selena, we lost you for a second. What do you think about this topic?
Yeah, what I think is that my internet is a fool. Okay, that's my first thought. Okay, and once again, women have got to be strong through shit that we didn't have to be through. Basically, because I feel that we have taken this strong ideology a little too far. I think that it is okay for women to be strong, but what I want to do is change the wording of strong. I think we should not say that we're tired of being strong. I say that we should say about ourselves that we're being powerful. Because when you're powerful, you can endure as much as you need to, you can reject as much as you have to, and you can take on as much as you want to. And that is the balance that we're all looking for, right? So if I can take on what I want, then guess what? I can say no to stuff, which allows me to what? Rest. You know what I'm saying? If I'm powerful, yes, I should be able to endure or be resilient. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm enduring. See, Black women, what we're doing now is because we're so tired, we're using that, we're thinking in strong in terms of, oh, if I'm not strong, then I must be weak. If I'm not strong, I must be fatigued. And we look at that as a negative connotation, when in actuality, we do need to pay attention to that too, because of a lot of us are actually weak, so we're trying to stay strong when we should embrace the fact that we're powerful, we're resilient, we're not weak just because we rest, because we go on vacation. Honey, Vivica is resilient and powerful, but let me tell you something, she's gonna be in Jamaica, okay, then this July, okay? And Claudia just got back from vacation, and you're not getting ready to make Lisa Ray do nothing she don't want to do. So the people definitely choose. It's about choosing your peace, choosing when you can take a step back. I think that we're not recognizing that we have the power to be whatever we want, whenever we want. I understand the whole strong thing, because what men will do and what society will do, especially to Black women, is, oh, they're a strong Black woman, so then pour up a whole bunch of shit on our backs and try to make us do a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of women are put in situations where they have to do more than they should, which makes them tired and makes them like, I don't want to be strong no more. Somebody else do it. But this is a gift. It's part of our innate characteristic to be resilient and powerful. So I think we should do away with the whole strong analogy. You know, that save strong for the weight room, honey. We're powerful. We're queens, which means we can choose.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been pro, like, I hear what y'all saying about, and I agree, I love being career driven and working hard and all that kind of stuff. And the man being a leader thing, I had to reconsider it lately. A lot of men just aren't stepping up in the ways that our fathers did.
Word.
That's what bred a lot of these women that had to be mommy and daddy. We don't want to be that.
Speak on.
And I really don't want a man to lead me because at this point I've been leading myself for so long. I want a partner. I want someone that's not in front of me, and I do not want to be in front of a man and tell him what to do because I'm gonna lose my respect for him, and it ain't gonna get wet. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be keeping it a buck with y'all. It's not, but it will get that way and juicy if you right beside me, and I'm like, we got this.
Yeah.
I think that builds intimacy for me. Building intimacy with someone is like, you respect me as much as you want me to respect you. Not, I lead this house because I got a penis. Congratulations, you got a penis.
It's called evenly yoked, baby, and that's what we want.
Okay.
Equally yoked. But you know what?
A lot of these men,
I'm not mad at a leader. I'm not mad at a leader.
I'm not, but a lot of these men are not even equally yoked, but they want to
That's
leave
the
the
point.
house because they have a pair of nuts. And I'm sorry, your biology doesn't give you the right to lead me mentally, spiritually, physically. You don't have that. Just because how you were born, you don't get that. You get it, like, and I want to be soft with you. I want to be soft with my partner. And when he's weak, I'm gonna be strong. And when and vice versa. To me, that's the sexiest thing on earth. Not the man, I run this and or the woman, you won't listen to me because I make more money. That's not sexy either. No man wants a woman barking at them because they make more money. Just like no woman wants to be told, shut the hell up, sit down, because I make the more money and you cook and clean. No one wants that either. A partnership is really, at the end of the day, the most healthy thing for, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Sorry, I mentioned wetness on this. Vivica, you said messy one day and wetness. It just can't.
No, honey, you said a whole word there. You put the cherry on the top.
I get blamed for the moisture. What?
You really should have blamed Lisa Ray for the moisture because she always down to the sexual connotations. So actually, that's right up
I
along.
haven't done that in a long time.
Not a long time. Well, listen, coming up next, Monique is letting go of the independent, strong mindset and marriages. And later, a nurse was charged and arrested. Girl, you better get on out of here for slamming a newborn. Y'all stay close because it's about to get bananas.
Welcome back to the show. Hey, y'all. Monique recently opened up about leaving the independent women narrative behind in her marriage. Monique said, if there's a strange sound in the middle of the night, I don't have to jump up and take a flashlight. I have a man that does that. Why do you think it's challenging for women to let go of the independent women mindset in relationships? Vivica, let's go to you first. What do you think about this?
Ooh. Well, she been grabbing the flashlight for how long? I'm just, gets a little curious that it's like all of a sudden now you don't have to anymore. Good for you.
So she's been grabbing the flashlight for a while, you're saying, and she's been kind of being the lead.
Why make those statements?
Yeah.
Then you set yourself up, unfortunately, for judgment. And then you can't get mad at everybody when everybody judges that statement. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think we just, really finished touching on all of this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that, the woman has had to be a little bit of both because there's a lot of single parents out here. There's a lot of baby mamas. There's a lot of divorcees. There's a lot of just single people out here that life just don't stop because you are. So we've learned how to accommodate ourselves in our lives. So we rise to the occasion. Of course, when you find a partner that can take off some of that slack, then of course it's welcome. Just like, yeah, it's great. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be so strong where I don't get the flashlight myself. Hell, me and him both gonna be running down there because I ain't no punk. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want you to get hurt either. You know what I mean? So let me be behind you and be your backup so in case they get you, I can run back and call 911 and get the Glide or something. You know what I'm saying? That's partnership, like Claudia said.
All right. Selena.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I gotta go. I think she used that just as a figure of speech. That's what I'm thinking, just as an analogy type, kind of thing, because I'm not going to lie. I could be right up here by myself and Kiwan could be in the basement. It's 3 levels to my house. If I see a bug that's intimidating to me, let me tell you something. I'm getting on my cell phone and I'm going to call him downstairs in the basement. Look here. And I'm going to keep my eye on the bug. Look here. It's a bug upstairs. You got to get up here immediately. I like this. I have grown to love this kind of laziness. Okay, then there's a certain kind of laziness that I have adapted to that is all right with me. I don't touch garbage cans. I'm not doing it. I'm in the house with 3 boys. You can't make me. Now, if I'm in the house by myself and the garbage is a fool, obviously I'm going to, pick it up and take it, but I'm going to put it by the door so that when they come in, they can take it. So there's certain things that I do love about being married and being in a house full of boys that does, tend to my advantage. I understand what she means in terms of independent woman. There are too many women, and this is what I think she's speaking about, and I agree with her on this. We get into relationships and we want to do everything and we want to take care of everything. We have this takeover spirit, and then we're mad when we look at the man and he looking at you like, all right, well, you do it. All right, well, you do it, because you take over everything and then you turn around and get mad because you've been doing everything. Well, the truth is sometimes you're not allowing him to lead. You're not stepping back even when you're looking like, you're not doing that right. Sometimes we're not allowing men to lead. And so what she's trying to say is she has learned to allow, because she's probably an A-type personality as well. And it's tough for all of us because I'm one too. She has learned to kind of step back and let him lead, even if it means he gonna make a mistake. Sometimes, and I had to learn that the hard way, sometimes you got to let him fail in order for him to learn. And I think denouncing that independent, inside of the relationship, you definitely should be independent in the world as a person, have your own views, your own thought process, all of that, because that's not fun. But I can see what she's saying in terms of that.
We just got off this topic. I'm a firm believer in, like I said, it's not attractive to any man to be like, I got it. Because I've been like that before. And the man's like, well, what do you need me for then? Why am I here? And I think even if it's stuff you can do, and even if it's stuff you can do better than him, let him feel like, I got it. I took care of my woman. You know what I mean? Like, I love doing that. That's one thing about when me and KJ were together. It was very good balance with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And it'd be stuff that I know I could do, but I would be like, almost play helpless. Like, can you do this? But if I was by myself, I would handle it. But I was like, well, why would I not let him do that? And he can feel it's empowering to them to like be the fix-it person, right? And let them do it. I don't need to be independent on everything. I'm with you, Selena. I don't want to be independent on taking out the trash. I don't want to be independent with these bugs. No. I want to be independent with my car and changing tires and I'm not doing that.
Sometimes though, you know what? Sometimes I feel a little foolish that when I see other women knowing how to do all of that stuff, and I don't know how to change a flat tire. I never really wanted to, and I don't really give a damn to do it. No. But I'm like, wow, when I see it from my girlfriend and she know how to do that, and she's like, girl, that ain't nothing. I'm thinking, wow, really? Whoa,
okay.
Maybe I'm lacking in something. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm too much in the kitchen. Then maybe I need to go out into the garage and learn some other shit. But
I just call AAA.
There you go.
That too, Hunty. That too. But see, he can't go in the kitchen like you, Lisa Ray. You see what I'm saying? There's a domain that we have that they can do.
I want him to be.
I wish I had one that could too, child.
I think
I can make a mean pancake, but that's about it.
I know, but be careful with that, because next thing you turn around, you're fluffy.
That too, yeah, you're right.
Sexy when a man cooking for you though is extremely. I think it's very sexy, and
I think it's sexy too.
And then feeding you. Okay. So she is.
Well, then let me kick it up if you're not and putting it some other places where he can.
See, here we go.
Lisa Ray.
Here we go.
Y'all ain't never had fruit sucked off y'all and other liquids.
A lady never tells.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, right.
You just told.
We gotta move on, y'all. Social media is outraged after a Black 16-year-old boy was shot twice by a neighbor after going to the wrong house to simply pick up his younger brothers. Now, the shooter has been identified as an 85-year-old white man by the name of Andrew Lester. Now, according to Clay County Prosecuting Attorney Zachary Thompson, Lester has been charged with assault in the first degree and armed criminal act. And to me, those charges are not enough. I feel like that's attempted murder. You shot this kid in the head. What are your thoughts on this unfortunate situation? Lisa Ray, let's go to you first. This is horrible.
I am absolutely appalled. I don't believe that he couldn't have known that this was his neighbor, because you have been neighboring with this person for even if it was a week, you know what your neighbor looked like. And for him to innocently go, well, I don't know how he ended up at the wrong house. I mean, maybe they got those cookie cutter houses that look the same.
No, he was going to 115 something, and it said he went to something on 115.
Street.
So
Yeah,
he was on
it
the
supposed
wrong,
to be
he
at
was in the wrong
115th Street.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
But the guy,
Oh.
okay, the guy had a glass door. You saw the kid. You saw the kid had no weapon, and he just rang the doorbell. You just come out guns blazing. He shot him in his arm. He shot him, and then shot him again in the head. And then the kid lives. And they did not. They brought him in for questioning, right? And then they let him go back home. And now, after we made an outrage on social media, thank you, Sean King, and a whole bunch of other people who raised hell. Lee Merritt, Benjamin Crump raised hell on social media, blew up the prosecutor's office. Then they went on the news today, because I'd be on top of all this shit. On the news, oh, we are issuing an arrest warrant. You know where the fuck he lives. You've been to his house and you let him leave. Go get him. And first of all, had a black man shot a white kid walking up to his door, he would have already been murdered. He'd be dead already.
Death row. Death row.
Yeah.
My thing is this. First of all, as a mom of 2 Black boys, I can't even explain to you how this story jams me completely up, first of all. So I can't even touch on the fact that the whole part of the baby got shot, the pictures of him in the hospital. It really, really, really took me down. Okay. So I had to get away from the pictures. I'd like to bring light to gun control, because when y'all running around here, legislation is running around here, GOP, running around here saying yes to guns and all of this foolishness. It was another mass shooting in Mississippi. It was one the other day. It has been rampant. This gun control is out of control. And I'm just going to say this. Let's not make this another Emmett Till situation where he dead in the grave and then somebody oh yeah, he admit, let's do the right thing. He needs to go to jail for Emmett Till. Just on GP.
Vivica, what do you think about this? Why is it not attempted murder? He shot him twice, once while he was laying on the ground.
I agree with you 100%.
Crash.
First of all, I knew it was going to be a drunk ass idiot, because you missed. You shot through the glass, then tried to go shoot this child in the head.
Again.
I knew it was somebody that was sitting drunk as hell, mad at the world, that, it's just so sad. But, I concur with all of
Black men,
and
Black men are a threat.
Well, let me say this real quick. Since the media want to blast the faces when it's somebody Black that's even a suspect or a victim and criminalize them, and they have not really put this guy's face out there, y'all can go to my Instagram page on my story. I'm going to put his face up there so you can see his 85-year-old miserable ass. We are not going to protect this man. You will be seen and you will be shamed. People have been protesting at your house, and I'm here for it.
I'm posting it too.
He knows.
All right, y'all. Coming up next, New York nurse arrested for slamming a newborn child. Oh, the world is crazy. It's getting way too ghetto. I got to go to Aruba. See y'all. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, ladies, let's get into the 6th story. A 29-year-old New York nurse was arrested and charged for allegedly violently slamming a newborn child into a bassinet while he was in her care at the hospital's NICU. What are your thoughts on the story, Selena?
Put her ass in the same jail as the man in the last story.
Thank you very much. Lisa Ray?
These stories just get more and more pathetic and sick and heartfelt. I'm sick of it because it makes you sad. And then it pisses you off. You know what I mean? And then that's why you wonder why you got to have some type of control from gun violence, because you don't want to go get your damn gun and go down like the OK Corral. I'm appalled. The amount of social mental illness that's going on with people. It's like you can't trust people. And who would have thought you're going to give birth to a kid and that your new baby is going to be, I would beat the shit out that woman.
Listen.
She would go to jail second, because first it would be me whooping her, and then I have to give them my hands because I know I'll be right following behind her.
Correct.
Vivica, what do you think about this?
Well, we got to start vetting people that we have in control, that have access to our children, that have access to guns, from policemen. When you put people in positions who are supposed to protect and serve the community, some of these people, they have the training is not good enough. So we've got to start vetting people that are put in positions, is my opinion.
Agreed. What makes you get into a field of saving people as in the medical field and actually law enforcement, initially you would think that you're the type of person that you should be the type of person, and maybe they need to do psychological profiling on these people that have a real desire in their core to help people, to save people.
But that's that mental illness, because that's why they're able to mask it. You're not able to see it. It's like dementia. Sometimes it happens and then sometimes it don't. And then you perplexed about when it can happen.
Agree. Lisa Ray, do you know that in other countries, like policemen, they go through like close to 2 years of training? So if it's gonna slip out, it will slip out in sometimes during that period. Only in America do they put them through quick things, give them a gun, give them power, give them access. That's like this 21-year-old boy that did this craziness, releasing confidential evidence. I know that's another subject, but we've got to start vetting people.
And we see after the pandemic, it's been really tough to fill these positions. So I think people are just getting desperate. They're just throwing anybody in these positions that really are in charge of people's lives. And we've got to get back. We got to get back to people, just good quality people being in these positions. It's too important. All right, y'all. Special thanks to Ty White for hanging out with us tonight. And thank you for watching us on YouTube. Get those likes up and share and tell a friend. Stay tuned for Black Water Horse Movies, and we will see you guys next week.
And be kind to people.
Yes.
Show love.
Spread love, please do.
Conflict resolution.
Okay. Mental
See y'all next Monday.
Therapy.
Bye-bye.
Therapy.